I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes today about a conversation I had with an abortionist. It took place some years ago, and I continue to pray for this doctor and expect great things to happen in his life. Whenever you go into a meeting like that, you really want to arm yourself, be ready to go. I wanted to share with you first the verses that I tried to equip myself with before I sat down with him for lunch. The first one comes from Proverbs chapter 25. It says, "With patience a ruler may be persuaded, and a soft tongue will break a bone." I knew that this doctor would probably expect me to come in and be very aggressive, maybe in my words and my tone and whatever. And sure enough, when he walked in, he was speaking. He wouldn't stop talking. You could clearly see he was nervous. And I think he didn't want to stop talking because he expected at that point for us to kind of jump in on him. I was with several others, including Jeannie Pernia. And after listening to the doctor for a few minutes and seeing what was going on, I knew in my spirit that it would probably be best to begin our conversation with Jeannie's own personal testimony. So I motioned to Jeannie to go ahead and begin to share her story. She once was involved in the abortion business, had an abortion in her own abortion clinic, and then later on came to know the Lord, His saving grace, and later on we even saw her abortion business become the home of Heartbeat of Miami Pregnancy Help Clinic. So it's a great story. And she shared how she also felt that she was going to try to help women and doing abortions to help women. But she also confessed that there was a lot of money involved, and those motives get awfully mixed up in the mind. I sat there, I continued to pray. Here's another one of the verses that I think really help us learn how to approach people on very emotionally complex things. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. I think one of the things that I've tried to demonstrate over the years, especially within the pro-life community, is that if you're going to talk to people, you definitely want to be honest with them, but you also have to be winsome. You really can't just stink up the place by the tone and the harshness of our words, because people just react. It's sort of like shining a light in someone's eyes. They turn away. Whereas if you shine the light down the pathway in the darkness, people then look forward to it. And that's kind of the approach that I try to take in these conversations. And I really recommend it to you. Here's a picture of the doctor that we sat down with, and here he is holding one of the fetal models that we distribute all over the world through PassionLife. When it was my turn to speak, I then wanted to say to him, this is why I oppose abortion. It really comes down to this, that abortion involves the intentional killing of an innocent human being. Here's that human being at 12 weeks, and as you know, they clearly are human beings. You can see their head, their arms, their toes, even their fingernails. And then as if to confirm what I was saying, I showed him the 2-minute video that we use all over the world that is graphic. It's difficult, but again, it shows the truth and the reality of abortion. Something that he couldn't deny, just sat there very quietly. But by this time, he felt comfortable with us. He saw that we cared about him as a human being, that we treated him politely, that we were going to speak to him in a winsome way. And when we were done with our almost 3-hour lunch, he said to me something that was of great encouragement. He said, whatever I can do to help you, help mothers choose life, I will do so. So he wasn't quite ready to change his mind about whether he was going to stop doing abortions. But at least we had won him to respect what we do and why we do what we do. And I hope someday to have a second lunch with this doctor. And I hope someday this guy will work for me. That's the power of the gospel. It can change anyone's heart and life. So my encouragement to you is always, as Proverbs 15:4 says, remember, a gentle tongue is a tree of life. And that's what we want to be. We want to be the tree of life for people to reach out and join us in this great work of the gospel. God bless.